I drove by a Tesla dealership Saturday to see the protesters. I took a picture of them, and I thought I'd post it, and then I thought, I don't want to embarrass these people. It might be somebody's neighbor or somebody's co-worker. They were all a bunch of, well, just like me, they were white boomers. Bunch of white 50s and 60s and 70-year-old anti-Musk protesters. Some of the protests got a little boisterous around the country, a little more than others. I saw one, James Wood, the actor and prolific social media influencer now, big conservative, and he posted a video of a guy in a giant Cybertruck. You know, those big boxy Cybertrucks from Tesla. Look, you got to have the taste for that. I'm not exactly a fan, but hey, more power to you. To me, it looks like a giant mailbox on wheels. But anyway, some guy drove up to a group of protesters, and they all surrounded him and screamed at him, "Shame on you, you're an effing Nazi!" And this 60-year-old lady leaned in to this kind of burly guy driving the Cybertruck, and she's calling him a Nazi, and he should be ashamed, blah, blah, blah. And she leaned onto the car, and he said, "Get your hands off this car, or I'll break you in half." And she says, "Bring it on." I thought, what is wrong with this woman? What happens to these people? Look, you want to be mad at Elon? And incidentally, there's all kinds of speculation that these are not even organic protests. These are all orchestrated and organized by these big money, far left groups funded by the usual suspects. I don't know. I don't care. You want to stand outside a Tesla dealership and hold up a sandwich board? You knock yourself out. That's the way you want to spend a Saturday? Do your thing. Of course, who am I? I went and drove by one. I took my Saturday to look at them. Here was Frank Pavone. No, let's do Joe Rogan. I want to play the Joe Rogan analysis. This is a common sense guy. Huge, popular podcaster, one of the biggest podcasts on the planet. Here was Joe Rogan sort of analyzing the people who thought it would be instructive and productive and helpful and beneficial to stand around and hold up signs that say things like "Deport Elon Musk," "Elon's a Nazi," and all the rest of that. Here was Joe Rogan.
They were giving out $1,000 for people to protest. I think it was Tesla. I'm not sure about that, but I think it was Tesla. But so they had like the rules of engagement. If someone comes after you, hit them in the body. Don't pick up an object unless they pick up an object first. Like, are you organizing gangs? Like, are you guys paying money for people and then literally saying to them, "Here's what happens if you engage in violence"? Like, why is that even on the table? I thought you guys were peacefully protesting. Like, who's going to get how many pro-Tesla hooligans are out there that have beaten people up for Tesla? Is it zero? I have not seen a bunch of pro-Tesla gang members out there. So what are you going to encounter with this anti-Tesla movement? The police? Like, who's going to stop you from who's going to engage with you? Like, you're kind of talking in a way that at least puts it on the table that violence might take place. And you're paying people.
And, you want to talk about what the pro-Tesla movement looks like? Buy Tesla. Buy a Tesla car. You ever driven one? Go test drive one. It'll blow your mind. You'll have more fun driving this Tesla than any other car you've ever driven. Buy stock. Buy Starlink. Get your connectivity service from Starlink. Support the company. Act like an adult. And look, let me take that back. It's not childish to stand around and protest something you disagree with. You disagree with Doge. Okay, knock yourself out. Protest peacefully, hold a sign, march around. I've not yet been able, though, to make the connection between Tesla, the product, and Elon Musk, the man. I do, however, want to share with you what Elon Musk said in Wisconsin over the weekend. And I'm all about Wisconsin. Tomorrow is an epic election. We all ought to be talking about it. Everybody in Wisconsin should be encouraging each other. You got to vote in this election for Supreme Court justice. If the Democrats get a Supreme Court majority in Wisconsin, they're going to gerrymander and rig the districts in Wisconsin to try to deliver more Democrats on the ballot or more Democrats in the House. And they're aiming for a Democrat majority in the House of Representatives by fiat. And that way they can impeach and hold up everything Trump's trying to do. And they'll do that. They'll do that. So we're going to talk with our newsman, Roger P. Schulman, about what's happening in Wisconsin, what's on the ballot, but Elon Musk is all in with Wisconsin, too. And he explained with one of his Doge engineers the state of today's Social Security Administration. And it's a nightmare. It's an absolute, you've heard all the stories about 120-year-olds getting Social Security, millions of dead people. But the more important aspect of what they're doing with Social Security is providing benefits to illegals. And that's the eye-opener that I want to share with you. So we welcome in, final day of March 31st, 2025, in the Relief Factor studios. It's great to have you aboard. Our number is 800-655-MIKE. Thanks, incidentally, to all the nice comments about our new set here on Salem News Channel. If you haven't noticed, guys have put a lot of work into all of this, and kudos to Christian and Eric and Tracy, and of course, special thank you to Robert and Joe and Zuli. Got big studios and windows, and I got to look over at the window when I talk to Roger Schulman a little later this hour. Be a first, but check it out, snc.tv. If you don't watch the Salem News Channel and you haven't seen us lately, tune in. I think you'll like our new look in the Mike Gallagher Show headquarters here in Tampa Bay. And speaking of our headquarters in Florida, I want to talk about my team here and the people I work with at Salem, Tampa, and the passing of one of our team members recently and how this team is honoring him. So that and a whole lot more. Welcome in. Again, our number is 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Happy Monday, and welcome in to the Mike Gallagher Show.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.